Tuesday. How's that for a start of a show? Welcome to the sounds of Out of Rhythm. Mista Nige with you in Studio 1. And we've got our favourite friend here, Soliq Professor. He is in the house. I'm going to turn his microphone on.
Good evening, everyone, or good morning, wherever you are.
Exactly, it could be anywhere, couldn't it, right now? But we are live and direct from Studio 1 of Canberra's 2XX FM. And this is another Soliq Records production. I'm going to call it production. I've even got the t-shirt on. I'm looking cool, I'm feeling fresh. So, without further ado, we'll get into it. And we've got Harmonic in the background. And the track's called Mayhem. And we can feel it already. I mean, I'm bopping away already, right? You're bopping away too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what can we describe it as? Someone might have said bush techno.
Yes, bush techno.
Psychedelic techno. Funnily enough, on my little notes on my computer, it says Psy and it says techno. And that's what it's all about.
Yep, Psy techno.
So tell us a bit about Mayhem and where it came from and the little story you told me just off air. About how it changed.
So I guess I should start with how the whole VA, what it's about. It's about unusual states of matter, and we would like to. It's a mini VA, 5 tracks on each volume. So this is volume 1 tonight, and we would like to focus on tracks that are sort of unorthodox, unusual, a bit weird, sort of something new. You know?
Something new, experimental.
Yeah, not the usual bangers necessarily, and it's not necessarily for everyone's liking. So, but we would like to explore those sounds and promote the artists. And 2 of the artists on this VA are actually it's the first release with a label ever. So
awesome.
And 3 returning artists. So this one's Harmonic's track Mayhem. When he originally sent it the demo, it was 122 BPM, and I thought, but it sounded faster than 122, and I thought it was very interesting how he was able to do that. So that's how the decision was made to include it in this VA.
Yep.
Plus, it's an awesome track, and but when the track got when the track got mastered and everything, and I wanted to play it at the party, and I put it in the record box, I realized that it is actually 130 BPM. So somehow he was able to trick me. I thought it was 122. It was really 130. But that's why perhaps it deserves to be on this VA, and it's the first track.
And it probably deserves the name Mayhem too, because it caused a little bit, eh?
Not really. I actually played it at a party called Mayhem, Full Moon Mayhem, that we held 2 weeks ago here near Canberra, and it was the opening track of my set, and I was the first one playing at that party, so it was the opening track of the Mayhem party, basically.
Awesome. Okay, well let's let it rip.
Yep, let's do it.
And let's enjoy Soliq Records, Harmonic, and Mayhem.
Yep.
Even when I'm by myself, I'll be sitting there going, yeah, this is cool, and I'll go, oh, I'll do another pause. Because I have done it once before on another show. I was had the microphone on, and they could hear me in the background, whistling away and clapping and everything, and it's in my studio. So
that's alright, I guess.
Oh, it was funny. It's one of the guys online. Yeah, you having a good time, man? Oh, yeah, always having a good time. He goes, sounds like it. And I said, oh, yeah, of course. Playing good tunes. And they go, we can hear you clapping.
Yeah, he went and again the demo when he first sent it was he worked a lot on it and then it's like a lot of layers I could like to me it was already alright, but he really yeah.
Especially when you got a track like this that's just got these sort of sounds in it, and you've got what 6 minutes odd of it. You need that something to keep the interest going.
Definitely.
You can hear this out in the middle of nowhere, can't you? Every time you hear one of those sounds, you'll be looking around and just going, what's that?
Yeah, definitely.
So, Mudokon.
Yeah.
Mudokon. Batrachia. It's cool how this sort of that little piano sort of creeps in. All of a sudden you go, well, there's something different going on, Then as soon as it's in, it's disappeared, sort of thing. It's kind of like it's an interesting sort of.
It's an interesting genre.
Yeah.
Now we're mixing out of Mayhem into a track by Mudokon or Madukon.
Yep, Mudokon. And this is an artist from Sydney and new artist on the label. So welcome Tyler, and I hope you're listening. So yeah, it's a very interesting track. I like how it's like kinda keeps you and doesn't let you kinda go. Yeah, that's what it does to me.
Again, you know, it's as you said at the beginning, it's experimental. It's different. They're all unique. They got some strange, weird sounds in them, but they all sort of come together and keep you bopping away. I mean, the pair of us, we've just been keeping going. I dread to think what the CCTV looks like on the poor old security guards looking at us two going, what are these two clowns doing?
Well,
But-
we're on camera too, so
yeah, we're on camera too. We got it going. So let's let it rip.
Yep.
Let's enjoy it.
enjoy. Let's do it and enjoy everyone. Is there a radio emoji? Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it's in the where is it? It's in the section where the musical instrument is. Like,
Yeah.
it's like what is it called?
Oh yeah.
It's like
Okay.
a
Okay.
little
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just further
Yeah,
down. There it is. Yeah, got it. Technology is fine stuff too. And this is out now.
No, it's 26th of this month. Yeah, coming up.
Oh, okay, so a couple of
Couple of weeks ago.
2
Yeah,
weeks
I
time.
mean,
Yeah.
got the demo. Like, you beat, yeah.
So if you just tuned in, Soliq Records, it's a new release coming up, and it's going to be released on the 26th of July, so it's live and exclusive right here, right now on 2XX FM. We've got Solid Professor, the boss man. He's with us, of course, to tell us all about these tracks. Now, tell us about the next track while I mix it in.
I don't like to be called the boss man, Actually, call me captain instead.
Captain.
Captain.
Let's get it right. The captain of the ship.
So, talking about the release, Unusual States of Matter. 5 tracks. So this is the second one, Mudokam Bat Tracha. And it's. I think it came together very well. Very proud of all of the tracks, and already compiling the next volume of this series. So, if are there any producers listening, send their tracks. The weirder, the better.
And it is cool that you say weirder the better. It's nice to listen to something different. It's like nice to hear these strange sort of sounds, because as we're mixing in right now, they're kind of blending in, and all of a sudden you can hear this weird techie sort of sounds. We talked about it before. How do you describe it? Techno, bush techno, psy techno. You can name it what you want nowadays, and there's probably a genre for it.
So this is a bit of an exploration to see, maybe finding something in between those genres.
So we're going to let Oculoscope take us on a bit of coincidence.
Yep.
So Soliq Records, check them out on the socials, of course, Soliq, for those of you who need to know how to spell Soliq.
Thank you, and I gotta thank you for supporting us, and when I send you the tracks, I don't expect you to play them, but thank you for doing it. And today I thought, since you're going to be playing the VA, I better come in and join you, and
it's awesome. And like we were talking off air, it's great to have someone local and a local label, and we can physically talk to each other. You can come into the studio, you can describe the tracks for us, and then we can let them play
as much as I can. I mean, I'm not a great descriptor of tracks. I can tell that I kind of feel them rather than.
That's all right. We'll get by. So let this one go. Coincidence. Here it comes.
Yeah. Oh, did you apply this year?
Yeah, I've been applying for years, but you know, you don't.
I'm hoping I'll submit my application.
No, as soon as it came out, I was just saying.
But regardless, I will be there.
The sounds of Oculoscope and Coincidence on Soliq Records. It's a Soliq Records kind of night. It was nice and misty and foggy when I came out. Perfect for this sort of music.
Yes.
Would have looked cool.
Yeah, Oculoscope, an artist, South African artist, currently lives in Belgium, and he already released an EP that we played here. And yeah, this is another unusual tracks of his. He's a sort of specialist in his pushing the boundaries of the genre.
Yeah, and there's some cool sounds. You know, we were talking off air again. We do a lot of talking in the studio. Let me tell you, that the sounds, they're nice and cool. They're you know, a bit electronic, a bit psychedelic, a bit strange, a bit spooky. They're the sort of things that you hear these sounds when you're out at a bush doof, and you'll probably look around and go, "What was that?" You know.
Not everyone likes them, though. I have had people, you know, didn't really like them for some reason, but that's okay. You know, music is very subjective. As long as I believe in it and I'm behind it, you know. And it will be on Soliq Records.
That's right, and that's what makes it fantastic. That's what makes music fantastic. You know, you produce the music that you want to hear, and if you know you like it, other people like it, fantastic. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You know, it's simple as that. I mean, there's plenty of music out there that I, as a DJ, have to listen to, and I can tell you, I don't like it all.
Yeah.
So the incoming track, Light Camo.
Light Camo, also a new artist. This is his debut release, debut track on a label. He lives in the mid coast, New South Wales, mid-north coast, and he was one of the artists who played at our recent party. A young bloke, but very talented, and yeah, you will hear a lot more of him on Soliq Records.
Yeah, cool. And this track's called Watchful Eye, and you know, it's got some wicked sounds in there. You know, he's even brought in a bit of didgeridoo in there as well.
It is about
and it's cool.
Technology overtaking basically our our world. Yeah.
Yep. Which it kind of has, hasn't it? Really, but yeah. So let's mix it in. Bit of Watchful Eye
Yep. Let's do it. Light camo.
by Light Camo.
The transitions from weird ones to like more kind of normal. There's like we have the whole EP, a 5-track EP of his earlier tracks that we will release next year.
Yep.
They're wicked. They're like crazy, like very unorthodox. We thought we were gonna wait on them because they're just too out there.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing with any type of music. Doesn't matter whether it's hip hop, R&B, house music, techno, whatever. You get these crazy songs, and you get some people that are just like pushing those little boundaries, bringing in different sort of techniques and sounds, it's cool.
Yeah.
When you have that, then all of a sudden you got this voice that sounds a bit more, I don't know, so it sounds. When you first listen to it, it could be Spanish, it could be, European, it could be anything. Who knows? Yeah. But then you got that real sort of. You check
it's maybe
So we go from light camo and watchful eye to the sounds of rabbits on Saturn.
Rabbits on Saturn, yeah, I mean the name speaks for itself, doesn't it? Yeah, so an artist from Brisbane, originally from the UK, lives in Brisbane. He was one of the Freestone Records artists who came here to Canberra to play at the Mayhem party.
Yep, awesome.
So yeah, everyone loves his set. He's quite an entertainer and excellent artist. Yeah,
let's do this one. The track's called Black Sun.
Black Sun, yeah.
And if you just joined us, Tuesday night, Soliq Records are in the house in Studio 1. We got cameras everywhere. The place is on fire pretty much because of the heaters that are coming out of the speakers. It's a new various artists release coming up on the 26th of July. That'll be out on all those good streaming sites and the good download sites, of course. So what you need to do is get in there and click the buy button, because that's what helps us
pre-order.
Producers and radio people do what we love doing, and keep producing quality music to be spread around the globe. But right now we're spreading it around Canberra. 2XX FM, Mista Nige in the house with the Solid Professor, the sounds of Outer Rhythm.
Thanks for having us.
Bringing you some wicked Psy Techno, we're going to call it tonight. So let's get into this one, Black Sun.
Time flies.
Tell me about it.
But the thing is that it's got that sort of, because it's got that solid sort of kick to it, and the weirdness sort of, it isn't too weird. It is, you know. Because like you got that, you know, I got that, yeah. And then those.
out there, but it's like cool because you're trying to listen to what they're saying and you're like, oh, this is, you know.
We flew straight into the time vortex and emerge on the other side of infinity. Stillness.
It could be from a space movie, could be just, you know.
Our gravity drive is from the space movie.
A distant cry of ravens overhead. Cities rusting in decay. The only survivor. A small girl clutched a dusty teddy bear. Silhouetted through the orange haze, roaming aimlessly through the wasteland. The sun turned black.
And that's like the only reference to Black Sun in the whole track, isn't it? You know, it turns the sun black. It's like, oh,
Time vortex.
Yeah, it's pretty wicked.
Time vortex.
So there you go, the fifth and final track of the upcoming release on Soliq Records.
Yes, Unusual States of Matter, Volume 1.
And there you go. And the track in the background, Black Sun, Rabbits on Saturn. That's a cool way to round out this new EP. So it's an exclusive right here on 2XXFN once again.
Mini VA, 5 tracks, 5 artists. Yep.
Sounds wicked. Some cool sounds, some weird tracks, some cool stuff. Let us know what you think, of course.
Thank you.
Send us some comments. Always like a bit of feedback. And we're going to round out the Soliq Records with Astoria
Yeah. This
and
is,
Birds of Paradise. This is a cool song.
Yep, Birds of Paradise. It's so far it's one of the most successful track.
Okay, there you go.
Most listens, most sales.
Awesome. There you go. And we were discussing when it was released, and it's back in May. And I can't believe it's been that long since it was out. But hey, as you say, time flies when you're having fun.
Yep.
So let's get into it.
Yeah, Astoria, Birds of Paradise. Enjoy. question for the artist. I did not ask him that actually, but it is an interesting one.
I've seen people do it, go out to and get weird noises like Evie Rivers over rocks.
I would not be surprised, if he did. Pretty common sound, and this track is. He said he has never received so much positive feedback from a track before.
Wow. Okay. It's a nice sort of good driving track. It's got those. And then of course, obviously the bird sounds that come into it.
It was. I thought it was ready like in December, and he also thought, but then he said he played it out like at one. We did like a party in Belgium, and I was like, I gotta tweak it, and then it took him 4 months to tweak it. Went away.
And that's the thing. It's like when I produce tracks, I'll play them on the radio shows, and I always get especially if I'm doing a live stream or even this, send feedback, send me a message. And every now and then people will say, oh yeah, man, that was cool, but it sort of missed this or it needed something. And you go, oh, I'm cool with that. And, we all of a sudden you put that stuff in and you like go, cool, makes it that much better.
Details that he edited the sound